G'day viewers and welcome to the beautiful Cobaw State Forest. Today we're chasing one track in particular, Muir's. It's got rocks, ruts and plenty more. I've got a few mates along for the adventure, so let's see what mischief we can get up to. Good morning everybody, welcome to four-wheel drive heaven. It is going to be a spectacular day.
Good morning Simon, great to be out here and even better to be out of lockdown finally.
Hi everyone, it's great to be out. Looks like a perfect day for four-wheel drive.
Looks like it's going to be a magic day. I'm looking forward to having a lot of fun.
Great that Victoria is finally free. What are we up to today, Simon? What's the goal? What are we doing?
We're going to head down Alcorns first. That's going to lead us on to Muir's track, which is where all the fun is today.
Well, we're in Cobaw State Forest. We're northwest of Melbourne, about 1 hour. This is our backyard. We love it. Cobaw is a great spot to come four-wheel driving. You've got some difficult tracks, you've got some easy tracks. You can really make what you want of it.
Very happy to be out here. Really looking forward to the challenges. Simon said it's a little bit tricky, so it'll be a bit of fun.
Haven't been to the state park before, so I don't really know what to expect. Good to get out here. The weather's a bit inclement, a bit cool today. Hopefully it warms up a bit later.
The Tallaroo Challenge, I was the rookie, so today's the rookie plus one. I'm figuring today might be a little bit more team orientated rather than competitive.
The Cobaw State Forest is only a very small area of land, but it's very popular. They get a lot of activities up here, including four-wheel driving, motorbikes and hunting.
Yeah, Simon, it's one of those areas. It's just so close to the outer suburbs of Melbourne on the west side and the north side. Everyone comes up here. I don't think you could come here any day and not find someone here. It's used highly for a lot of the four-wheel drive clubs for training.
In the Iveco we're running solid axles front and rear, but most of the vehicles behind me are running IFS, just like my trailer is. Now on the trailer, that IFS suspension gives you the benefits of being able to run coils, but there are a few extra things you can do to your IFS suspension other than lifting it. Hey Pete, I believe you're running some aftermarket upper control arms in your vehicle.
That's correct, Simon. Yes, run the Black Hawk upper arm. On independent front suspension vehicles, an often missed supplement is the upper control arm. These are generally stronger, does caster and camber correction, so it brings the factory specs back to the lifted vehicle. So it gives you better tyre wear, better handling. Definitely with the extra caster gives you better drivability and just a stronger and safer, better arm, especially in the Black Hawk.
Well, here we are on Muir's track, and this section is where all the fun begins. This is a sign of things to come today. We've got a nice set of rocky steps, so let's get over them, or if need be, around them.
Had the damage repaired from the last trip, but a panel beating, lick of paint and as good as new.
Keep going down through there. That's good. Who's next?
The car's pretty well set up. We've got our own suspension obviously on it. If we get stuck, we've got our winch on the front. Hopefully we'll get through it.
We'll take it down that right-hand side.
Very happy with the little Narvara, the way it's going at the moment. It was a rush build, but we've got some good tyres on there, good suspension. It's been doing very, very well.
step down through, plenty of clearance, did all right, very good guidance from my spotter, and that's the crucial thing. If you're not sure, get your spotter out in front of you and listen to the spotter. You got to trust them, you got to put your faith in them. When they're going left, you got to go left, not right.
That's a fair drop-off, guys. I reckon you've got a really decent chance of just coming straight down, getting into here. Down the lower section here is where this track gets decidedly disastrous. Now on the right hand side, I've got that deep rut. On the left hand side, I've got a fallen log. Not a lot of room to manoeuvre, especially manoeuvre when you've got a trailer on the back of the vehicle. That log there, nice. Oh, nice.
We leaned over, popped the tyre.
When things go wrong, they go wrong in a big time. Just I tried to hug it too high on the left there, slid down, and she's just busted it straight off the bead.
So we chocked all the wheels, got the handbrake up on the trailer.
The vehicle is on a medium steep descent. We're on an off camber.
It was clever the way everyone pulled together.
Right equipment and also coming with a bit of experience will certainly make things a bit easier.
Using both winches to secure the load so it didn't shift.
And held back into position so we can jack it up and get this tyre fixed.
Saying to Simon, I think we're going to high lift jack it, so we'll anchor him to a tree behind just for safety.
Got to use the ARB jack. What a weapon that thing is. Now, absolutely amazing. Lifted up, very, very minimal effort.
We've also got a twin motor ARB compressor that's going to give us enough flow to fix this bead. That's a sweet sound. You can hear it taking pressure. The wider it gets, the more we know that the bead is holding air.
Pumped up the tyre and pop, away she goes.
Lever releases. Whew.
It was a really, really safe operation.
It's a bit of common sense.
Try things out in practice.
And think about it, how can I make this safe?
Come on, come up. Look at that. That is just so smooth and gentle. And the independent suspension on that trailer is just working really well now. Having a longer drawbar means that it will track a lot better behind the vehicle, especially in extreme off-road conditions. It's a little bit tricky.
It was.
Okay, yeah, I'll probably take the chicken track.
Now, Gerry, this track's all about clearance. There's quite a few rocks, ruts and a few potholes. How much does suspension have to do with clearance?
Well, a decent lift helps with clearance, Simon. As I just said, rock. But some good tyres will also add a bit of extra lift as we go down these rocky tracks. So coming down that rocky track, the Iveco suspension certainly did its job. We could just feel that everything held together. The lift kit's going to lift the car, and it gives us more clearance, so we can put some bigger tyres on there. If we put some bigger tyres in, it also helps lift the car as far as the differential clearances. So we've actually got more ground clearance. Therefore, you can go further. It is a lot more comfortable. Like some of those tracks we're doing is rather extreme, but if you're going down four-wheel drive tracks, you want to know that if you hit a rut, it responds and you've got control and you're not shaking all over the road. That suspension system on the car does it fantastically well. We just took it nice and slowly. Good having a spotter there to point us in the right direction, but the car handled it really well though.
Okay, Peter, bring it on through.
Copy that.
Nice wheel lift there. Hard lift.
Oh!
That's it. Doing well.
Oh, there's me sill.
Did you hit a rock, Peg?
I lost me spotter. Oh, good.
There was a couple of crossover bits where you could go from, I suppose, what at one stage would have been a chicken track, but they both were pretty reasonable tracks these days, pretty technical.
All right, Mike, bring it down.
I took what I felt was the harder line for my vehicle. I went on the right-hand side, Nice little step off at the start. I had Simon who was giving me directions of which way to go.
Got the Mickey Thompson MTZ P3s. Absolutely amazing tyre. I've used these tyres and everything on my big camper trailer and everything, and they're just an absolute weapon of a tyre. Just gonna get down into this rot here.
Got down to the end of it and looking to see how do we get the IF test vehicles down. And to be quite honest, they probably got down just as easy as we did, if not easier. Good spotting, good nice lines, and it was nice and clean and no damage onto any of the vehicles.
Great drive from Grant, slow, controlled, really careful. He's a very technical driver and he watches his spotter. That's so important. That was awesome. A couple of rock steps now as we're coming down into a very beautiful gully. Just a blanket of green fernery out right across the gully here.
So we finished up Muir's track, got down into the valley. It was a nice little creek flowing through.
And then the hills rising up in the background, and it was all lush and green. It was just a beautiful setting.
I'll tell you what, these tracks are tight. It's bad enough in a big truck, but I'm dragging a trailer behind me as well.
Grant, how's my trailer looking back there?
Simon, it's looking very good. The suspension is working overtime, but it's coping very, very well.
Yeah, these tracks are pretty tight. How are you coping?
I'm managing okay. Fortunately, I've got a shortened version of a tray. Normally they're 1.8, this is a 1.5, so it really reduces my rear overhang. The tray that I've got fitted today is 300mm shorter than a standard dual cab tray.
And you can certainly still fit plenty of gear in the back there.
You can, Simon. It's aluminium, so it's lightweight, only weighs about 80 kgs and gives you more payload without going over your GVM. Aside from that, it allows you to put your load over the centre of the axle, so you don't have too much overhang on the rear.
And if you had a bit of a whoopsie in reverse, I dare say you'd be protecting your tray.
Funny you mention that, Simon. A couple of weeks ago, I reversed into a tree. Fortunately, hit the rear bar, no damage to the tray. Spit and polish and a duff, and the tow bar was fine, and the tray had suffered no damage at all.
Right, looking a little bit interesting down here, guys. We're probably going to get out and have a look.
On one of the tracks, which we were going to go up, but bang, there's a tree across the middle of it.
Yeah, that's a good forward.
I think we would have got up all right, but the fact was there's this mighty great tree straight across the track and we weren't going any further.
So we decided we'd go off to the left and go up over the tree roots. Steep to the left-hand side of it, you had to give it a little bit to get around it. Deflockers, everything you had, you were turning on, and a nice climb out of that track, and then followed Simon through the rest of the valley.
All right, this is tight through here. Big tree on the left, big tree on the right, and I've got to squeeze the Iveco through as well as think about that trailer. That long drawbar is great for the rough stuff, but it's difficult in this tight stuff, I can tell you that. Now this is looking nasty through here, far out.
I couldn't see much of what was happening up front, but I could definitely hear crunch, bang, crunch, bang.
You could just see so much above the ground, so it looked rather funny. One going like this and one going like the other.
Oh, what a challenge this is. We're getting there though.
Amazing that he got a trailer and the Iveco around that corner. It was a fair effort.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I was standing right here. It looked awesome because the trailer was like the right in the ruts and you were this way.
All right, the line for you is to come round wide.
Yep.
And we're just going to go straight up straddle this.
Guys, that's actually quite straightforward. Simon just made a meal of it.
Sorry, what was that, Grant?
I was just asking what the right line is, Simon.
Look it tight towards me. Come tight towards me. Yep. That's it. Yep, now. Come forward on that. Yep, that line's good. That line's good. Well done, Grant.
Thank you, Simon. I don't know how you did that with the trailer, mate.
Okay, Gerry. Come on through.
I knew that getting around the corner wouldn't be an issue. Didn't understand that it dropped away a fair bit.
Come on there. Up to the rock. Straighten up, straighten up, straighten up. Gentle. Get towards me. That's good, that's good.
But again, taking the right line, we got through it.
Well done, Gerry. Well done.
The ruts were scary. They were quite deep. I was looking at them and going, oh my God, these things are so deep. My whole car's going to disappear into this thing if I'm not careful. That is rather technical, isn't it? Wow.
Now turn up. Turn up. That's good.
No problem.
Bring it through, big fella.
The rest of the boys got spotted around the camera and had a look at it and thought, oh yeah, this is going to be a bit of fun.
Very nice, Mike. That's a good line.
The Land Cruiser, it's lifted, it's got the coil suspension, live axles. This is its territory, it's set up perfect for here.
Nice drive, Mike. Nailed it.
Last track for the day. Sun is starting to seep behind the trees there, but looking forward to it. It's been great to get out and actually do some of these real technical tracks.
What do you think, Gerry? A little bit tight through here?
It's all right, mate. If I had a brand new car, I'd be worried about the scratches, but no problem here.
Had a good time today. It's a small state forest, but plenty of varied tracks. Intermediate, some tricky stuff, technical, but also some easier tracks. So yeah, something for everybody, which is really great.
Grant, how was that last bit of track?
Last bit of track was good. A couple of rocks, picked the right line, 1 or 2 minor bumps or scrapes, but got through no problems.
Those tracks could be quite challenging. A lot of scrapes on the side of your car, I'd imagine, but that grey's starting to get pretty thick.
The tracks on some areas were quite narrow. Blessed to have bush barriers on my car, which are a magnetic sign that serve dual purpose. I'm very happy to have them on.
We're literally only a few minutes from Hanging Rock. We're only a few minutes from Mount Macedon, so the area itself is quite rocky. Cobaw is famous for rocky tracks. It's famous for loose gravel. The tracks are in fantastic condition around here. You can see that they haven't been used much this year. It's the perfect time to get out now. This is our wonderland. Get out and have some fun.
Through lockdown, I sat at home looking, going, oh, there's a quad bike, 3 boats, camper trailer, and guess what? Could do nothing with them. We'll probably find out coming out of lockdown that this is our holiday backyard for the next couple of years.
Now, talking about trailers, Mike, it's a really interesting point. When I go out full driving, I always take plenty of tools and plenty of spares, but people forget to take spares for their trailer.
It's a common mistake. We spend a lot of time educating people and saying, you know, take the simple things.
Be mindful before you go in, you're doing your prep work to check, see what type of bearings you've got and carry a spare set with you.
You're not just going to pick them up at the local service station. They're hard to get.
Carry some grease. This is a really good high temp lithium grease. Even if you can't change the bearings yourself, if they fail and someone's on the track, at least they've got the stuff and they can do the work for you. The other things to check are your bushes. Every trailer has them, whether you've got steel bushes or urethane or plastic bushes.
And just serviceability. I observed you today letting the tyres down on your trailer you're towing, and typically leaving your tyre pressure down and giving that tyre that bit of flexibility, that's what will save you out on the track, and carrying some spare parts.
All of the trailers, all the vehicles these days are using very, very easy parts that are easy to replace once you know what parts you have. For the end of the afternoon, before we headed back to camp, we found our last track, and it had a little bit of mud, a little bit of water. We gave it a crack, went straight through the little creek crossing, nice and tight, overgrown, bit of a splash of the mud.
We got our splash, we had a swim, we got through it. My car had a fair bit of steam coming off it afterwards, but that was all good, that was reasonably uneventful. It is good to get out here, like the parks are open and there's public land and we get to use it.
The forest looks amazing, plenty of wildlife around.
Another day for us that we've learned a little bit more, and hopefully it's not too long before we do a bit more.
You've got every grade of track here, from easy beginner stuff to absolutely full-on competition type stuff. It's an awesome place to come visit. Literally you're only an hour out of Melbourne. It is a wonderful backyard to play on.
There's something for everybody, which was really great. Looking forward to Mick preparing us another great meal and getting some tucker into our belly.
Over there we're having a little campfire. It's good to just catch up. There's new people I've met today, chatting with them. It's just pleasant. Beautiful scenery, good people, and we're four-wheel driving. It doesn't get any better.
It certainly doesn't, and we've got the right gear to make the most of it. The trailer has proved itself all day, but we are done with hard work, and a 1-minute setup time on the rooftop tent can't be beat. Just like the trailer, the tent is fully Australian made, using Dynaproof canvas that is rot and waterproof as well as breathable. At a mere 90 kilos, it packs some serious punch with upper and lower insulation, midgie-proof mesh, lightened wind flaps and a proper mattress to ensure your day out in the tracks ends up exactly like this, relaxing in full comfort. We have had a cracker of a day here exploring the Cobaw State Forest, and we're finishing the day in absolute luxury. Well guys, tread lightly, keep it safe, play hard. I'm Simon Christie, and we'll see you next week on Life Off-Road.